So hi guys, it's a bit of a review about the kastKing Zepyr. It's actually in many ways as good as anything else. It's just has one minor fault that I really couldn't overcome. It's this little plastic piece that they used to prolong the spool shaft to the spool brake. It's just absolute crap, because what seems to happen is that, well, this end is kind of pressing against the spool end. They make the spool axis, of course, short, so to take down the weight of the complete spool. And then they put in this plastic crap to probably to keep down the weight of the whole of the reel. So, but the thing is, when this has contact with a metal spool axle, and metal against plastic. Okay, it's some kind of fiber plastic. It's not just ordinary soft plastic, but still it's plastic, and there is friction between these two. So it doesn't turn swiftly. It kind of has some kind of sticky effect, and I know now when I took that away and put something else in it that that's actually the reason why it kind of overspools so easily, because this little spool is very light and it's casting very light baits effortlessly. So it really wants to cast them, but it just overspooling all the time. When it was new, for me it was almost impossible to cast, because it just kept overspooling all the time. And I had some really bad bird's nests that I had to cut out with scissors. So yeah, that was a bummer. Yeah. So this plastic thing is absolutely worthless. It doesn't do anything. Well, it does. It actually makes it worse. So what I did is I'm going to show you something. Well, first thing now is that I don't have a brake in it, but it's kind of when I took away the plastic thing and I took a hex wrench, hex key 3mm, and cut it the same length and just so I put that in here instead. So it sits flush in there. You see, so you see the sun is really strong now. So then what I did was kind of unconventional. I put a spring in there and kind of a metallic cap where it's laying, and giving kind of a I don't know, but it kind of works like, you know, like it's automatic. It's like a damn, I dropped the axle somewhere. I polished one end round and the other one is convex, so now it's actually flat. Don't have to be convex. It's quite hard to polish it convex. So I'm trying to put this thing so it's kind of spring loaded what that actually made was that it doesn't kind of matter if I have a 2.5 gram or a 6 gram lure. It's like it's automatic. I don't have to adjust that spool break. I can just cast it. So that was a big surprise actually, because I just wanted to, you see, it's kind of spring loaded now, and cause the spool axle, short as it is now has contact with a piece of metal, and that metal has contact with another piece of metal that's kind of springy. So the friction between those are like minimal, and because there ain't no friction, that kind of, you know what I mean, kind of stopping the spool from really smoothly turning when you're casting, it doesn't always spool that easy. So I think that is why with the spring system that I can cast like 2.5 to 6 grams without doing anything. So it's like an automatic, what DC reel or whatever. But you don't have to have the spring actually. On the other gold reel that I have, I just have the same kind of hex key axle, and it goes into a kind of a Teflon. That Teflon actually was on this Zepyr first. Took that away and put it in that instead. And it kind of works the same, to be honest. This is maybe a bit more forgiving for the bait weights. So I can have these 2.5 up to 6 grams. And yeah, I have a 1.45 gram little aluminium thing that I can cast. And I'm casting that shit, I mean, what? 20 yards. It's bunkers. Both with this and the other golden reel, the Zepyr. And so yeah, this reel is very, very good. It's built properly. And if you do as I do, I open it and I take a little brush and I put grease all over, because it doesn't matter, because if you have grease all over inside here with the gears and shit, it doesn't affect the spool when you're casting. It just protects everything if you get water or anything in there. So I have this waterproof grease that I just pencil all over it, and the gearing is gone. It's so smooth and buttery, fantastic. But then I use my oil, the Grace Magic Reel Oil. So that is why I'm able to take away all the breaks. I don't just have it on zero. I don't have any breaks. So, and of course that is kind of the major thing with you, how they are casting, because I don't have a break that is, what can I say, over breaking it all the way throughout your cast. My oil is kind of working like some kind of softer brake that really doesn't break when you don't punch it. But when you punch it really hard and it starts to go fast, it breaks it more. So it's some kind of automatic oil. It's insanely good. So I have to say this reel is now like probably the best there is. I mean, better than Aldebaran and all those, because I don't have to cast BFS, you know, that careful side stroke. I can control this with this spool brake however hard I want to throw it. So I can actually put it to a bit harder, so I can just overhand cast like normal, like with any reel I have. So, and then I can open it up and just slowly do those careful short casting, 10-15 meters. So I control how hard it's gonna break or how far it's gonna cast. So I'm kind of controlling the overspooling. So if I put it on overhand casting a bit harder, I just don't have any overspooling. Never. Doesn't exist. And that is the thing with my oil, that you don't have to have overspooling at all. And actually, the difference between lighting it up a bit or having a bit firmer so I can cast harder, I don't actually get that much further. I mean, is it 2-3 meters at most? And I could probably overcome that with just a better technique. But thing is that if I open it up too much and cast very lightly, if I take it up and really punch it, it's gonna overspool. But it's not overspooling, you know, like you guys know, like crazy. It's just a little bit. I can just take out the liner, so it's no bird's nests. But it happens if I let it be too light on the spool brake. So I kind of, everyone could actually kind of, what can I say, fine tune it to fit your casting style. If you're a very careful caster, you open it up a bit more and you get further. And if you're a bit harder caster, punching overhands, if it's windy, that's also, you can cast straight into the wind and nothing happens. It's insane, guys. So you can just adjust it as you want it. And you can adjust it to different baits, different situations, if you have small streams or big lakes, whatever. So yeah, I gotta say this kastKing reel is absolutely fantastic if you take away that plastic crap, because that really is kind of hindering the reel to be as good as it is. Because I gotta say, if I compare it to like my 13 fishing reels, the inside of the kastKing is the same. It's as good as those are. So it's well made, very well made. I can't say about the ball bearings and stuff, but well, it casts like crazy, so they can't be that bad, eh? So that's actually about the kastKing. Take care and get my oil, guys. Be blown away.